permitting and then building a high voltage power line is never an easy proposition, not for any company involved. But the battle now underway in Southern California pits San Diego Gas and Electric against a group the utility never thought would oppose its plan. Clean Sky's Lee Patrick Sullivan explains.
Laura McDonald, a spokesperson for San Diego Gas and Electric, knew there would be opposition to her company's plan to build a high voltage power line from one county to another.
I think in the state of California, anytime you try and build anything anywhere, you're going to get opposition.
For 6 years, it's been her job to convince people that they need the 120-mile-long Sunrise Power Link. It's a 500,000 kV line connecting Imperial Valley with San Diego County. It would be San Diego's first major new transmission line in 26 years. This is her battlefield. It's a color-coded map. Every time you see another color, it's another permit needed, another fight. State parks, national forests, Native American lands, even barren desert.
If someone says, why is this taking so long to build, you just do that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But this line would be different than others, according to Laura McDonald. You see, the Imperial Valley is becoming a rock star in the world of renewable energy. Geothermal, wind, solar, both photovoltaic and thermal, are all on the brink of being developed in a big way.
The missing link for this valley is a transmission line to get that power out of this county and into the areas where we need it most, which is the San Diego region.
So Laura McDonald and SDG&E started promoting the line as one that could open up the world of renewable energy to the people of San Diego.
Isn't there a better way to link San Diego to clean, reliable, renewable energy? There is.
But the folks at San Diego Gas and Electric didn't anticipate opposition from one group for their green energy transmission line: environmentalists.
So from the standpoint of whether or not we were surprised that environmentalists would be opposing a project or opposing, real projects here in the Imperial Valley, certainly I think most people are surprised by that.
Michael Shames, environmentalists, consumer activists. His group, the Utility Consumers Action Network, has been very vocal against the Sunrise Power Link. They took SDG&E to court.
The SDG&E power line proposal is remarkably, mind-numbingly, jaw-droppingly expensive. It's going to cost over $2 billion to build this transmission line. After you spend that $2 billion, you still have no power. You still have to pay for the power, which, by the way, is also expensive. So as an economic proposition, it is excessively expensive.
Shames's group also opposed the line being built through the Cleveland National Forest, as well as some of the untouched parts of the desert that separate San Diego from Imperial County.
So you're doing environmental damage in order to get green power. And the question is, well, what are the trade-offs, and are those trade-offs reasonable? And many people would argue no.
One of those people who said no was quite influential. Diane Grunick sits on the California Public Utilities Commission. She was the only commissioner to vote against the line at first.
I did dissent from the decision, not because I didn't believe that there was a need for the line, but because I felt that it was very important to ensure that the line carried renewable resources.
The commissioner was afraid Sunrise would link up with nearby lines coming from fossil fuel plants in Arizona. Grunick eventually changed her no vote to a yes, because she wants to see the renewables of Imperial Valley developed, and if there's no line, there's no development. Grunick never got it in writing from SDG&E that only green energy would travel on the Sunrise Power Link, but Laura McDonald says that is the company's plan.
And right now we are only signing contracts with renewable energy developers to use the Sunrise Power Link.
The Department of the Interior gave a thumbs up to the Sunrise Power Link being built through the Cleveland National Forest. It was the last permit needed for the line. And Michael Shames's group lost its legal battle to stop Sunrise. A judge sided with SDG&E, citing the need for the state to develop green energy in accordance with newly mandated renewable portfolio standards. But Shames says the court didn't take into account the future of electric power. He claims San Diego is headed towards distributed generation. on-site generation right at the point of use, solar and other generation in every neighborhood. Shames says once developed, there will be no longer a need for long-distance high-voltage lines.
20 years from now, that is going to be one of the most expensive clotheslines that we've ever built. And it will be really good for drying clothes, but likely will not be used for much else.
Lower McDonald's battles are far from over. The line still has to be built, and renewables in the Imperial Valley still have to be developed. As for Michael Shames, his group is appealing the court's decision.
It does make sense to build transmission for renewable power. The question is, at what cost, and can you sometimes go wrong? Here in San Diego, we went wrong.
We hope that once Sunrise is, we get the final approval for Sunrise and we can move forward with this project, and some of these environmental groups can see that the projects here in the Imperial Valley are real, that those projects are breaking ground, and that we really will be using the Sunrise Power Link to bring renewable energy into San Diego County, that hopefully they will see the benefit of all of this.
Now, the Sunrise Power Link is expected to be completed by the year 2012 at a cost of nearly $2 billion. And the folks over at San Diego Gas and Electric say all the energy they get from the Imperial Valley will allow them to get rid of an inefficient fossil fuel power plant. And those environmentalists that oppose this project are more than welcome to join them when they shut that plant down. In Imperial Valley, California, Lee Patrick Sullivan, Clean Skies News.
California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger signed an executive order mandating that all California utilities get 1/3 of their energy from renewable resources by the year 2020.